So what do you think? I think it's quite good.
I love it.
Thanks for asking.
So just for those that don't know, we have a little segment here and we try and give very brief, which is very difficult for
fire.
me. Very, very, very difficult for me.
Your long-winded answers you are, right?
So first one up is Warren Gatland. Big news, Warren Gatland going to the Chiefs.
Chiefs. Happy not only for the Chiefs, because they're going to, bolster up, but I think he'll bring over some young boys from Wales, hopefully, just to give them a bit of experience and a bit of youth.
I don't think he'd do that.
You don't think so?
I think that might happen in the future, but I think he'll stick with homegrown talent because that's what'll get the fans happy. You got to remember he's a Waikato boy through and through.
Yeah,
he's not going to bring in guys from overseas straight away.
No.
So
I'm not saying straight away, but I think it would be good. You know how the Highlanders had
Yes.
a couple of internationals?
Yeah,
and all that
definitely.
sort of thing.
My take on it is Warren Gatland, amazing.
Yeah.
A real shift potentially for the game in New Zealand.
Well, agreed.
The knowledge that he's going to bring.
Imagine the defence.
Potentially the New Zealand players might come
Coming
back,
Gareth
might not
Anscombe.
leave.
No, true.
So those types of things happening. Colin Cooper moving on.
He's spending some time with the whānau, isn't he?
We all thought it was really interesting that Colin Cooper left of his own accord. He left. And then literally like 30 minutes later, but we got Warren Gatland. It's become a little bit Premiership football.
Yeah.
We've sacked our manager mentality, but done it in a rugby way, hasn't it? It's like, oh, no, he's gone of his own accord. We're Warren Gatland. He's wearing the shirt and everything with the line. You know when you get a brand new shirt with the lines on it?
with the crisp ironed line. Straight out the packet. Here you go, son. With this for us.
So Colin Cooper moving on. I thought it was disappointing because I thought he's done a great job in reality.
Where's he going to go, though? He's spending time with his family.
And his friends.
Yeah. But
that's what he said. He's not doing anything, mate. He'll go back. He'll pick up something as an assistant coach somewhere, I'm sure. But that was a little bit disappointing that they've done that. But I think you can't say no to Warren Gatland.
No.
An amazing opportunity.
Although he is still the Lions coach, isn't he?
He is. So
South African tour?
Yeah. So he's going to go. He's going to do 1 year or maybe 1 or 2 years working with Waikato before he then goes and does the British Lions. But then he's planning to come back again.
Right, okay.
So he's putting himself right in the mix for 4 years' time. All Blacks.
Wow.
Definitely.
Brilliant.
Under 20 rugby comp, New Zealand finishing 7th.
Village.
A worry.
Not good. Yeah.
A worry. And that's our talent pool.
Yeah. Normally we've been right up there, haven't we?
France 2 in a row as well. Argentina looks strong. Australia looking strong.
Did France win it?
France twice in a row.
Really?
Yeah, 2 back to back.
England looking good?
Nah.
That is class. Hey, I did see a thing on the... That's good from you. It's the funniest thing you've said all week. I did see a scrum between England and Australia, and it was such a good scrum. You know when they lock and they just not going anywhere and the ball's just set in the middle. Hooker can't hook it.
Mate, that's the first time I've ever heard you go, saw a scrum. It was fantastic. They locked. What do they lock?
They lock heads, mate.
No, disappointing and a little bit worrying. Richie or Bowden Barrett?
Richie to start, Bowden to come on.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going the other way around.
Are you?
Yeah. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say Bowden Barrett start.
Okay.
Pace.
No, good to come off the bench.
What are you? Bowden Barrett starts.
Okay.
Richie Moran comes on. Bowden Barrett moves fullback.
No, you can't take Ben Smith off.
No.
Smith goes to the wing.
Smith
Who do you
goes to the
take
wing.
off from wing?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Geordie on the bench? Not even there.
Bowden Barrett definitely fullback, and it changes the game.
Oh.
Richie Mwanga, a bit more of a playmaker. Okay, Bowden Barrett, controls the game. Arguably better Richie Mwanga as well, but that's like a game changer.
Yeah,
and we're looking for that to come off the bench.
But then you've got Damien McKenzie.
Well, we don't, do we? Not for the World Cup.
Not for the World Cup.
Yeah, that's the only issue, is that Damien McKenzie. That solves our Damien McKenzie issue because you put Bowden Barrett back there and it's a game changer at fullback.
True.
Smith on the wing, amazing in the air, potent on the wing as well.
Good feet.
Rico on the other wing.
Oh, Jesus.
So, Richie or Bowden, that's a great... I mean, I'm sure everyone's asking that question, but that's be for me.
Cool.
The quiz, mate, next.
Oh,
The
God.
quiz. Are you ready for the quiz? We got our theme. Should we announce our themes now?
I don't... okay.
I'm going to tell you, my theme is Warren Gatlin.
Oh, far out.
What have you got?
I have got a mixed bag.
You've got a mixed bag. We talk about this and we say we're going to come up with a theme, we're going to try and entertain but educate our listeners, and you've gone mixed bag.
Yeah, just listen. I'm
just
like
lazy.
I'm like a good corner dairy store with their pick and mix.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
A Jaffa. Do love a good Jaffa.
Shall I start
you're
or should...
first.
Ooh, why am I first?
Because I was first.
Because I won last week and the week before that and the week before that. That means I'm always first. Oh, and that's because I start off and I'm first there as well. Okay, I'll start off again.
Yeah, real good, mate. Real good. Yeah. Waited for a long time.
Okay, Warren Gatlin.
Yep.
He's been part of the Wales coaching setup, or the head coach of Wales, since 2007.
Yeah.
How many Six Nations titles has he won with Wales? Is it A, 2, B, 3, C, 4, or D, 5?
Oh, man. So they've just recently won one.
Correct.
Before this year, I wasn't really interested. So I wouldn't have a clue. But since 2007, did you say?
Yeah, 2007.
So I'm guessing they have won one from before this one here. So I'm going to go 2.
Okay, so 2. Final answer.
Final answer 2.
Wrong.
Okay.
He's actually won 4 titles.
4?
4 titles,
Wow.
yeah. It's quite impressive, isn't it?
Yeah. He's got a real good resume.
He has got a great resume.
Yeah.
Coached Ireland before.
Yeah, that's right.
He's done Wasps. Bro, I think he won something like 4 premiership titles
Really?
with Wasps.
Wow.
He actually started in Ireland. I think he started with Connacht. He did a great job there.
Bloody hell.
So his resume is
Yeah.
very impressive. Actually, he started down really low in New Zealand. You know, he coached like Thames Valley. He started and he built his way up. And you know, now really we're looking at, if he does anything with the Chiefs, you could definitely see him being the All Blacks coach in a few years' time.
Yeah, well.
The big question is, will he be able to play that expansive, exciting rugby that
New Zealanders
needs. Love?
Yeah.
Your question for me, mate.
Oh, hang on. Who has been the longest serving Crusaders coach?
Oh.
Is it Robbie Deans?
Okay, so can I just say, before you mentioned anyone there, are you talking about head coach?
Yes, head coach.
Straight away, I'm thinking Robbie Deans, but go on.
Todd Blackadder. Scott Robinson.
No, not Scott Robinson.
Wayne Smith.
Wayne Smith's a great shout. For me, it's out of Wayne Smith or Robbie Deans.
Okay.
Only reason I'm a little bit sceptical, it could be Top Blackadder as well, and the reason why is because they kind of swapped around for a bit. Robbie Deans was assistant coach for a while. Wayne Smith was the first Crusaders coach to win the Super Rugby title from memory. It is a very good question. Todd Blackadder did do it for a number of years, he did, and he wasn't successful for a long time.
No, he wasn't.
I'm going to say it's out of Robbie Deans or Todd Blackadder. I'm going to punt for... I'm just trying to get some tips off you. Oh, is it Robbie Deans? Is it Robbie Deans? I'm going to say Robbie Deans.
Okay. You're wrong.
Oh, it's Todd Blackadder, eh?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Robbie Deans did it for 8 years.
Oh.
Yeah.
Todd Blackadder did it for 9.
Yeah.
He did it for 9, didn't he?
Wayne Smith only did it for 3.
Yeah, no, I
97 to 99.
That's why I was worried about Robbie Deans, because Robbie Deans was Wayne Smith's assistant coach.
Yeah.
So actually, can you ask me?
And then Wayne Smith got the All Blacks job.
Can you ask me the question again? How you wrote it? Go on, ask me it again.
How I didn't write anything.
Because he has coached the Crusaders for longer than Todd Blackadder. He was assistant coach. Do you know what I mean?
I meant head coach.
Yeah, I know.
And we did already reiterate that.
Okay.
But then Scott Robinson, 2016 and current, so 4 years.
Yeah.
And he's looking. Who else are you going to pick? You're not going to pick anyone else, are you?
No, but you're going to have to because he will get the All Blacks job. He will. I can't think of anyone else that's going to be. No, he won't.
Not this year. Not this year.
No, not this time around.
No.
Okay, next question. How many of those 4 Six Nations titles were also Grand Slam titles? So he won 4 Six Nations. So the Grand Slam is where they beat everyone.
Yeah.
I don't think Italy is part of the Grand Slam, but I might be wrong.
I think they are. Grand Slam was...
no, that's a Triple Crown. Triple Crown is the
Ireland,
home nations.
Scotland.
I think the Grand Slam is everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, so how many of those? And he's always been part of the Six Nations. He didn't coach before that.
What was it? 5 nations before that?
5 nations before that, yeah. So how many? Is it 1, 2, 3, or all 4?
Well, I don't think they got the Grand Slam this year.
Or did they?
What was it? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Yeah, you're just going to guess.
Of course I wouldn't have a clue.
Okay, go on.
2.
It's 3.
Is it 3?
3 out of those 4. It's impressive. He got it in 2008.
Yeah.
2012. He didn't win it in 2000. They won it, but he didn't get the Grand Slam in 2010. But he got it this year.
Oh, did they get it this year?
They beat everyone. And that's impressive because they didn't have that much to play with. Everyone was saying
they had loads of injuries.
They had loads of injuries.
Like Scotland they were playing with their bloody 4th string team, weren't
but they just got over the line in every game, which is so impressive. So impressive.
Good.
Right, my next question.
That was your next question.
No, for me, mate.
Yeah, just calm down. Far out. Who has been the oldest player in Super Rugby? So what?
Masarewa. Oh no, he just looks like him.
He just looks 50. So they had been playing at this age in a game during Super Rugby. You'll know all of them.
Okay, good.
So we've got.
I'm just thinking. Can I go? Oz Durant must be up there. He must be up there. Go on.
So we've got Johan Ackerman.
Oh yeah.
Ackerman.
Yeah.
Johan Leroux.
It's Johan.
We got Josh Manria.
Are these all South Africans?
Josh Manria. And then we've got Brad Thorne.
Ooh. Now,
so Johan Ackerman, Johan Leroux, Josh Manria, and Brad Thorne.
So just to fill all the listeners in and people watching, you said before we started that I had a high percentage of giving every one of these correct. Now, out of those 4 names, I did know Ackerman. Yeah, okay, but I don't know. Brad Thorne. He didn't come across that old, but he's the only one I really truly know. So I'm going to say Brad Thorne, but I think I'm wrong.
You're right.
I'm right.
Yeah, you're right.
How old was he?
He was 39 and 67 days because he came back and had that one season with the Highlanders.
Oh yes, he was a player, wasn't he?
Dirty bastard.
Do you know he came and played for the Canterbury?
Yeah.
And he honestly, mate, he wasn't that good.
Was he not?
He was starting out at 8.
Yeah.
And he was rubbish.
Yeah.
And when I say rubbish, he was still pretty.
Because he was a Broncos boy, wasn't he?
Yeah, Broncos boy.
Rugby league.
And played for Australia Rugby League. Honestly, at 8, no good. At 6, no good. And they were genuinely like, he's not very good.
No.
There's no place for him.
No.
And then they tried him at second row, and boom, because he just did the grunt, didn't he?
He put did the grunt where no one else would go. But can I just say, so Johan Ackerman was 37.
Yeah.
Almost 38. You got Leroux, who was 37 and a half-ish. And then Josh was 36. So they're all pretty old, eh?
I mean, 39 is great shout, eh? I mean, that's my age. I know, it's hard to believe, everyone, that I'm only 39.
But goddamn, you look good.
I'm like Masawaira for someone who doesn't play rugby. And my knees feel like a 52-year-old. Okay, last question. And actually, I've got a few. I've got a few to choose from. It all depends on how well you were doing, but you're really struggling.
Again.
and you
shock.
And you can't win. So I'm going to give you all three, and you can choose which one you would like. Okay, so you have, how old is Warren Gatlin? Okay. How many games did Warren Gatlin play for Waikato? And how many test caps did Warren Gatlin get? Obviously, you'll get multiple choice as a player. How many test caps?
Age.
You want age?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you can't have that one then. Okay. How old is Warren Gatlin? Is he A, 50, B, 55, C, 60, or D, 61?
You've thrown me off the scent there with the 61. Wouldn't have a clue.
Why did you choose?
Because I didn't have a clue with any other ones.
Surely the test caps one you would have. No?
Didn't know he was an All Black. No, I did. I didn't know how many test matches. He doesn't look that old, but he'll be 60.
He's 55.
Is he 55?
Yeah. He's the same age as Sean Fitzpatrick.
Oh, wow. Did they played in the same team, didn't they?
That's the reason why, and I'll go through the other questions. So, if you asked me, how many games did Warren Gatlin play for Waikato? He played 140 games for Waikato, yeah? How many test caps did Warren Gatlin get? I'll give you the options.
Did he get that many?
Did he get A, 0, B, 2, C, 20, or D, 22?
20.
0. 0 test caps, but he played 17 non-internationals. And Sean Fitzpatrick was the most uninjured player the All Blacks had ever seen at that point. I think he had the most games without being injured of any All Black. And Warren Gatlin must have tried in training to injure him a number of times as well.
Kick you with the sun don't shine. Right, mate. Last question.
Absolutely.
This is a humdinger. It's not that good. Who's been the youngest player to play in Super Rugby?
Oh, wow. Go on. I'm thinking Rico. I'm thinking Lomu. Go on.
So we've got Rico Ioane, Doug Howlett.
Ooh.
We've got James O'Connor.
Oh, he was young, wasn't he?
We've got Campbell Nanya. Don't really know how to pronounce Campbell's name. For the Brumbies. He played for the Brumbies. Campbell did.
So that's my options.
Those are your options, yeah. So you got James, Campbell, Doug, or Rico.
I think James. Now, the reason why I think James is because I'm pretty sure when he first played, it was like, he's the youngest player ever to play for Australia.
Yeah.
So Rico is the youngest guy who ever played for New Zealand. So, and there's no one else from any other countries there, is there? So there's only New Zealand and
Australia.
And Australia there.
Yeah.
So it's either Rico or James O'Connor. And I'm going to go for James O'Connor.
You'd be correct.
Yes.
So Rico was 19.
Yeah.
Doug was 18.
Yeah.
Campbell was 18. And James was 17.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's young, eh?
And he was small as well.
Tiny. He was
17 and small.
He was a pretty good player, though.
Oh, did you really think so?
I thought he was good for maybe the first couple of years.
Was he a bit of a Damien McKenzie?
And then I think, yes. But then I think because he was so successful when he was so young, it all got too much. It all went to his head, didn't it? You know, he got off the rails a bit. Is he in France now?
Yeah, he stopped playing, didn't he?
Yeah.
And there was that moment where I think he wanted to come back.
Yeah, he was flirting with the idea, wasn't he?
Yeah, and I don't think there's a space for him now.
No.
Because, he's a fullback, isn't he?
Yeah.
And then they had Izzy. And they're like, well,
but now they don't.
it's like, you want to come back and you want to play over Izzy?
Yeah.
No.
Good luck. Yeah.
But now, maybe, I don't know. Oh, I actually haven't
who's the
really.
young boy that we quite like?
Tom Banks.
Yeah.
Very, very good player.
You used to call him Tom English, didn't you?
Yeah. He's the Reds.
Yeah.
Or the Rebels. He's the Rebels winger.
Is he?
He's the Rebels winger. So there you go. But anyway, that is the end of our wonderful, well, hopefully wonderful podcast. It's not for us to decide.
Always a wonderful podcast for you and me, I feel.
Absolutely. We look forward to it, don't we?
We do.
But how do we've got to plug ourselves yet again for the second. Normally I don't plug ourselves, but we didn't get any listeners' questions this week.
And disappointing.
Disappointing. But we did get some great questions and some great feedback.
Yes.
And if you've emailed in and you haven't heard a response from us, it's Toby's fault. Nothing to do with me.
Oh, all right then. Cheers, mate. I have no clue how to do any of the emails. I do some Facebook stuff. So whoever got me on... Owen, he got me on the Facebook. So thanks, Owen. I haven't replied. Not sure if I will. But I'm putting you on here, so thank you very much for that great question. But the Facebook... God, it took me a while there. Facebook is the Super Rugby Podcast. The
Super Rugby Podcast at gmail.com is our email.
And the Twitter is the Super Rugby Pod.
At Super Rugby Pod.
At Super Rugby
Absolutely.
Pod.
But as always, it's been an absolute pleasure to be in your... And, we've heard stories about walking dogs and running up mountains. And
I wonder where else we've been.
If you've been possibly in space listening to us.
Okay,
that'd be amazing. Could you let us know? What else could that... Skiing?
Oh.
That'd be good.
That would be
going down
be
a mountain.
New Zealand. Be skiing, or could be skiing in Argentina.
Could be skiing in Europe.
No, mate, it's summer in Europe. There's no snow.
No. Oh, yeah, true. But this early in the season, you were skiing in Europe while the Super Rugby podcast was going on.
Yeah, but it's the end of the Super Rugby competition.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's probably almost July, man.
I was talking about at any point, not just straight away. But let us know what you do when you're listening to us.
That would be quite good, actually.
That would be quite fun. Yeah. We'll get
dinner.
Cooking dinner.
That's a good one.
Walking off to work.
Yeah. On the tube. Down in London town.
London town.
Yeah.
That small place, London. Anyway, it has been a pleasure as always. Until next week.
See you later.